Start. City talk. Let's get it started. City talk. Let's get it started. City talk. City talk. With my man, my man, roll. City talk. Let's get it started. City talk. Let's get it started. With my man, my man, City talk. Let's get it started.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of City Talk. We're back. I'm your host, Gerard Carter, and this is the host.
Yo, Big Four, what's good?
And before we get into it, if you have not downloaded the CoyoteMan TV show network, you can find it at Amazon Fire TV, Roku, and you can also find it where you find your mobile apps. So, Vor,
What up?
it's Halloween.
Yo.
I see you got your tougher than leather look. You know what I'm saying?
Why you gonna be disrespectful? How you know to say this is my look for this evening?
I mean, you still look tougher than leather.
Well, that's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? Your B-boy stance.
That's right.
Nerd.
Give it to you. Man.
What's going on with you?
Ain't not much, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, this year Halloween fell on a Monday. Yo, me and City Talk was out trick-or-treating. What's good? Talk to us.
Yeah, I mean, we ain't gonna rob the little kids for
With the
bags.
bags. You know what I mean? Nah, that ain't what we do.
No doubt. Did you know that actually tonight, with it being Halloween, is also the night that Martin Luther nailed the 99 Theses on the Catholic Church door. That's why tomorrow is All Saints Day.
Okay.
I mean,
Martin Luther, we ain't talking about Martin Luther King. We talking
Martin
about
Luther that started the Lutheran religion.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a little, you know, a little tidbit from City Talk. You know what I mean?
For all our church-going folk.
Yeah. You know, since Martin Luther, you know, saying, you know, Julia Roberts said that Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King paid for her parents' hospital bills.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah.
The actor Julia Roberts.
The actor Julia Roberts. You know what I mean? Yeah. She said Martin Luther King, Coretta Scott King paid her parents' hospital bill.
Her parents' hospital.
After she was born.
Oh, okay.
After she was born.
I was about to say hospital. They wasn't still around when she.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's interesting right there.
You know, a little tidbit for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey man, we are a week away from tomorrow's gonna be a week away from the election.
Right.
You know, everybody get out and vote. H-Bill.
Yeah, H-Bill. What's
837.
Yeah, and what's that question for?
What's question 4?
You should not have anybody should know about question 4. It should be you.
Well, what do you mean?
You know what I'm saying? Well, if you're over the age of 21,
Well, that's House Bill 837. You know what I mean?
So they got a lot of different.
That's the bill that they had put into the Congress to be able to get it put on the election ballot.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, they said
right.
over almost 70% of people have said that they will vote yes. 25% said no, and then I think it's a 12% margin is undecided. So how are you going to vote?
I mean, brother G, I know you gonna vote. I mean, how you gonna vote? You wanna tell her? You wanna tell the City Talk viewers how you gonna vote?
Hey man, anybody that know me already know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to go out there and just, you know what I'm saying, and cast the wrong vote, right? You know what I'm saying? The vote that's gonna send you to jail.
Well, anything over the specified amount, they said that the regular laws are going to apply to that, which I doubt. But we got a new state's attorney coming in. He said he's going to be a little harder on crime.
Okay. I'm not opposed to it.
No, me either.
I'm not opposed to it. I mean, I'll say this, how can I say it? I don't want to say this the wrong way, but I'm going to say it in the best way possible. You know what I'm saying? Some crime makes sense. I understand some crimes.
Mm-hmm.
But the crimes that don't make sense, I mean, like, to go out here to hunt somebody down for $80, I mean.
Or breaking somebody's house and beat him in the head with a hammer.
You know what I mean?
Nancy Pelosi's husband. Now, that story's a little fishy.
Yeah, but it seemed like her husband just keep coming up short. He got caught in California with the DUI, and now they done broke in the house and they beat on.
But one thing that he still has something in his favor. He has over 500,000 shares of AMC. But anyway,
but money. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, don't nobody know your house better than you.
True that. That's what is kind of questionable about this whole story. When it first was reported, it was reported that they were struggling over this hammer, and both of them were in their underwear.
So how whoa.
Right. So then Twitter started going crazy with conspiracy theories.
Let's take our time with this.
And
So what was old boy doing in your house with his
drawers
on?
Now they recently came back and recanted that. They said that Pelosi was the only one in his underwear. But
which Pelosi? Nancy?
No, Nancy wasn't there. He
old
said,
man Pelosi or wifey Pelosi?
The wifey wasn't there. Because the dude came in for her, supposedly. He was shouting, "Where's Nancy?" So he said he wanted to tie her up and interrogate her, and if she told him the truth, he would let her go. But if she lied, he was going to break her kneecaps. So needless to say, she wasn't there. But Paul, which is her husband, he heard glass break, and who's that? And the guy came in, and he
what
was like,
state was this in?
They live in California.
California, get your gun laws together.
Man, come on, and she is the third most important person in the United States. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to tell me. I don't think she has Secret Service, but it got to be some kind of police
she do got some type of service
there. So for this guy to be able to break in and trounce around, screaming, "Where's Nancy?" And they said he had tape, he had a rope, he had the hammer, But Paul Pelosi was able to kind of negotiate with him. He said, "Well, hey man, how can we make this right?"
Yo, hold up, So yo was in his drawers, and he didn't have a hammer, but he had a hammer, but he was in his. I didn't really hear the story, so this is all new to me. So yo was in his drawers. The nigga.
When they walked that one, they walked that one back. Then now they said that the assailant had clothes on. That's the latest reports. But Paul Pelosi was able to say, "Hey, hold tight. I gotta go to the bathroom," and he let the man go into the bathroom. And Paul Pelosi called 911 and left the line open so they could hear what was going on. And apparently, when the police got there, that's when the man hit him in the head with the hammer. So my thing is, why didn't you shoot that man?
I'm gonna leave that alone.
They sound exactly like that. I just read. Boom. Yeah. They sound like something crazy. Now all of a sudden he talking about I ain't never seen him before in my life and da. I don't think some funny business was going on. You know what I mean? Somebody didn't want to do something somebody said.
It was a lot of negotiating going on in underwear. That's all I'm saying.
Hey. You know what I mean? This world is crazy as I don't know.
You ain't lying. Hey, yo, didn't you tell me like my man Crawford and Spence? You said that's not happening now,
right? Because of the money.
So okay, so check the move, right? So I heard a little bit about this, but I'm not So clear that up for me. You saying who? You saying Spence saying
he wanted the bigger payout because he feels like he's a bigger name because he has the belts and stuff.
He have a bunch of belts now, right? So he's saying he want the most money. Crawford is not feeling it, so he decided he gonna fight another in December.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So okay, so I thought we was gonna get a good fight because both of them is in tip top shape. I thought we was gonna get a good fight. Yep. So we didn't push this back out the way, and now it's like, all right, cool. Now no, we ain't gonna get a fight now.
Not between Crawford and Earl Spence. No. I don't believe they'll ever fight because this right here is like, why do you just go ahead and fight? You know what I'm saying? Like if it's about the money, I can't see. If I were Earl Spence, I would say, well, I got the belts and I feel like I can beat you. Let's go on. You get what I get, and once I beat you, my money gonna take off in endorsements anyway. So
we can't treat it like 60-40. We can't do that.
I mean. It all depends on what they had, where they were negotiating on at the
So,
table.
okay, do you know the numbers? Do you know the
No, I
numbers?
don't know the actual numbers. No.
Okay, all right. So Crawford say, "Yo, the bet is off. I'm gonna do my thing. You do."
I mean, it's like, oh, I'm gonna go get that money over there. You playing games over here. I'm gonna go get that money over there, and you get the money right. Maybe he'll be back. I mean, Bud ain't scared to fight nobody.
No, he ain't. Hey, look ahead. Hey, yo, look. I done seen him chip the best of the best up.
Right.
So, speaking of money, yo, how about that Powerball, tonight?
Whoa.
What is it? $1 billion?
Yeah,
$1 billion. I think cash out is $497 million. So if you ain't get a chance, you watch the City Talk after City Talk. Go get yourself a ticket.
Yeah, you better.
Go get yourself a ticket. You know what I'm saying? Because that's generational wealth. Then you know what I mean. Your grandkids go eat. You know.
Yeah, man. That's the second time that the Powerball been this large in United States history.
Yeah, it sounds good to me. Did you play?
Yeah, I played yesterday.
Yo, what would you do?
What would I do?
What won't you do?
What won't I do is probably go back and work for Chuma's. Shout out to Derek. I'll get you out there too, before it's Halloween, you know what I'm saying? You know, all the little kids trick-or-treating.
Yeah, I see them running all around and everything. I remember them days. I like to say, get the kids out there. Let them go out there, get the kids.
What is your favorite Halloween candy? What's your favorite Halloween
well,
candy?
it sure ain't them goddamn, what's the corn kettles
Candy
or whatever
corn,
the shit. That's some nasty. And the black licorice. I definitely don't like the, everything else black I love.
But what's your favorite? What's your favorite?
My favorite?
What's like when you had your bag and you knocked and said trick or treat? What was the best thing that you like to get when you reach in the bag?
I ain't gonna lie. I can't say that on air, but
candy, man.
Man. There's a lot of different candies I like. Yeah, I do like the Twix. I like Twix. I like the Reese Cup joints. You know, when you go in certain neighborhoods, you get all the good candy. But my favorite candy, I'm trying to think. I like a lot of candy. I don't want to say the one I like because it's no. The good bar. I'll say that one. It's the good bar. I'm not gonna say the first part. I like the good bar. Yeah, I like that one. That's my favorite.
I used to like them little mini Reese cups.
Okay.
I like put them in the freezer.
Okay, yeah, all right.
They'll sit the good bar.
Yeah.
The pack, they look like the Steelers.
No, they not. No, they look like McDonald's, if anything. They look like McDonald's. Yeah.
Speaking of the Steelers, that game yesterday against Philly in the Steelers. Oh my God, Philly looked unstoppable.
I like Philly, and shout out to my fans of Philly, to my brothers. I know I got a lot of brothers and sisters in Philly. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Maria, definitely, shout out to you, Derek, all y'all. You know what I'm saying? I like the Eagles, but they're gonna lose.
I get it.
They're gonna lose. I like them. You know what I'm saying?
But they look good playing. They don't look like they a team that just didn't won because the other teams messed up. They yesterday, and I'll give it to the Steelers because I was looking at both the teams and I said, "Damn, I don't want to play neither one of them."
Well, I'm be honest with you, the Steelers really ain't got they rich foods right now.
But their run game, man.
No,
old boy was looking like
number
Jerome
22.
Bettis.
I like you know, so humble brother. He don't really say my truth be told, I say this here on City Talk. You know what I'm saying? I love to hate the Steelers. I love to hate them.
Okay.
I mean, they're good. They're good. When we play, they're good rival. You know what I'm saying? I really wish if I could go in a super universe of the football world, I would love for Mike Tomlin to be the Ravens coach.
Ooh.
I would love that. I would love that. I think Mike Tomlin's a damn good coach. He makes adjustments. He does what it takes. I mean, right now, he don't have nothing to make lasagna with. Right. But he finds a way to make lasagna with what he has. So
I mean, he got the noodles that you don't have to boil. You know?
Yeah, I mean, he finds a way to win. I mean, he don't really have a solid team, but he finds a way to win. So
how you think the Ravens looked last week against last Thursday against the Patriots?
They look good. They look good. I mean, I go with the truth. Tom Brady's getting old. This is his last year there. He's not playing football anymore. Lamar look good. I mean, Gus looked good all the way until he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
That recipe right there is what the Ravens need to
Get that ground game.
The recipe right there is the that could take us far into into December, January.
Mm-hmm.
That right there is the recipe. So I hope they stick with that. And I like the boy Likely a lot. The first couple games I was a little on the fence with him because he looked good in the preseason. Yeah. But then the first couple games, it was like, I don't know. But yeah, I like you.
Looking like he a tough piece of work.
I like you a lot. I mean, Dumerville's definitely stepped up. He's
Duvernay.
Yeah, forgive me, y'all. I'm a Halloween form. So yeah, Dumerville definitely. I have my own trick or treat candy, if you know what I mean.
Oh man.
So yeah.
Hey, before I want to do a PSA real quick,
okay.
Especially before we go to break.
Okay.
Everybody out there, if you see a person looking like me, taking pictures of your house, I'm back to doing
But
the
explain to them why, so you know.
Well, if you get delinquent on your mortgage, or if your insurance company wants to just check out the house, you might have a big tree limb over top of the roof or something like that. They send a person like me out to take pictures. So if you see me out there taking pictures, don't get upset.
Okay,
you know
that was a dope. That's cool because you don't want nobody to think that
right.
the bank sent me out to do this. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure. Hey, well, how'd it go? I'm protecting my interests.
Yeah, the bank is protecting their interests because you ain't been answering the phone.
Yeah. Hey, well, check the move. It's about that time.
We're going to pay these bills real quick. Yeah. We'll be right back with City Talk.
Let's get it started. City Talk. Let's get it started.
We must
City
secure
Talk.
our families. KFG Life Insurance Specialist is a company that partnered with 15 of the top life insurance companies to ensure you get the best pricing, knowledge, and products to suit your family needs. Some people believe that term insurance is better than whole life insurance, while others feel the complete opposite. Some may feel like universal life is the way to go, and others may feel it's better to have a whole life policy. The truth is, neither of the products are better. One just may be more suitable for your family. Our life insurance specialists are not biased, as they are partnered with several life insurance companies. This ensures our clients get the best pricing education and products that are suitable for their families. Let KFG Life Insurance Specialist make these decisions easier for you and your family. Our office is located at Security Square Mall, next to Burlington, in the CoyoteMan Show Network. Please call to make an appointment at 443-400-5224 or go to www.lifeinsurancepecialist.org. That's www.lifeinsurancepecialist.org. Let KFG Life Insurance Specialist help you prepare your family in the present because the future is not promised. Act now.
Start. City Talk. Let's get it started. City Talk. Let's get it started. City Talk. With my man, Rod. And my man, roll. City Talk. Let's get it started. City Talk. Let's get it started. With my man, my man.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to City Talk. I'm your host, Gerard Carter, and this is the man, Big Vor. Download the Coyote Man TV show network. You can find it at Amazon Fire TV, Roku, and you can also find it where you find your mobile apps. So, Vor.
What's good?
We back, man. And, the elephant, once again, the elephant in the room, right?
Yeah, well, if you don't get the elephant, you get the elephant in the room and the mouse in the room. Hey, it's going to be some shit. So, let's get to it.
Man, so Kanye West.
Yeah.
You know, the media is really going hard on him. They're talking about how, you know, his fortune is shredded almost overnight when he lost his deal with Adidas. And he's making some peculiar moves, you know what I'm saying? Because a few days later, he showed up at Skechers unannounced. And they was like, man, you gotta go. But some of the points Kanye West made, you know, ruffled the feathers of the big wigs all across the world, you know. And one of the radio stations that I listened to, they were saying Kanye's dangerous. He's dangerous. He's that hate speech is dangerous. I said, okay. So I call him, you know, I'm that guy. So I call him and I said, okay, y'all said what Kanye said is dangerous, correct? And I said, I had to clarify. I said, he didn't say DEFCON to all Jewish people. He meant the executives, the people that run the record companies, the people that run the movie industry and all that. So I said, now what y'all said, he said is dangerous. I said, but these same executives run these companies and they allow us to make this music. They don't look at the song and be like, a bitch is a bitch. This dangerous. We're not gonna put this out. I said they put it out and they get the bulk of the money. You know what I'm saying? Even down to
Brother G, take your time. Take your time.
Even down to my mother told me Shirley Caesar. That was one of her favorite artists, you know, gospel artists.
Right.
And she made a song, and Shirley Caesar said they pulled her in the room, wrote some numbers on a piece of paper, slid it across, and said, if you change Jesus to baby, this is what we'll give you. So it's like the mainstream media is really trying to keep a lid on this, because what Kanye did, Kanye made some people like me that already knew it was true say, yep, because he's right there in the room. You know what I'm saying? Then he made people that was skeptics go research. They don't want you to get knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Like at a certain point, is life worth living, having a whole bunch of money when your soul gone?
Mm. Well, go ahead and tell the other part. Yo, you forgot the other part when they was talking about, so what you trying to say that they say the gangster rap.
Oh yeah.
You forgot that,
right?
Yeah.
All right. So I said those Jewish people are the ones that's getting the bulk of the money, and the host said, "So what are you saying? Jewish people created gangster rap?" And I said, "Yup, Jerry Heller." They was quiet. They couldn't say nothing.
Explain to the viewers that may not know who Jerry Heller is.
Jerry Heller was the executive producer of NWA. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck the police.
Nigga,
a bitch is a bitch.
Bitch is a bitch. All the killing, all the murder, mayhem songs that, you know.
No disrespect. I love NWA.
Yeah,
so I'm not gonna sit back and say, but what that because 2 Live Crew came up before. I ain't gonna get into all that because Luke was his own man. Mm-hmm. He had his own. He paid for his own distribution and he had his own label. Easy could have done that, but he was selling music out the trunk of his car almost like early on. He was like one of the early ones that did it before. Well, Too Short was first. Then it was NWA. And then he came along and he met Jerry Heller that was producing the NWA records. And he saw how much he was moving and was paying him. Mm-hmm. And Jerry Heller, we all saw the movie. But Jerry Heller was the one that kind of really, like.
He got them nationwide, worldwide.
Worldwide, you know
He the one. See, the thing is, it's like they try to use the argument that y'all make this music. Y'all want to hear this. And I said, okay. It's fentanyl. Some people want fentanyl, but we say, no, you're not supposed to use it. And if you get caught with it, I'm going to.
But tell them again, that's level, what, 4?
Right, well, level 3.
Level 3 on the chart of
marijuana
drugs, though.
At this time.
Fentanyl should really be number 1.
It should be number 1.
But continue on, brother.
You know what I'm saying? But when you looking at this way they trying to spin it, like, well, we just giving them what they want. This is like, no. First, in its inception, it wasn't that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's funny.
What was that? The biggest trick to make people to believe that wasn't real.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
To believe that he wasn't real.
Exactly.
So it's like kind of at the end of the day, it's like Dead Prayer's got a joint that says, "Do you blame the wolf for licking the blade in the ice that he was licking his own blade on the blood? Do you blame the hunter for putting a knife in the ice for the blade, for the wolf to lick the blade, or do you blame the hunter for putting the knife there? So who do you blame?"
Well, see, I say you blame in this instance. You know, if you want to be independent and you selling this music out your trunk, the people that's buying it are the people that's buying it. But when you get it to the point where, you know, you understand certain dynamics of rhythm and all that stuff, you put this stuff on the radio and you ain't got to be listening to it. You could just be at work and the same song come on all the time. One day you will break out and sing all the lyrics and be like, how in the world? So they understand the psychology of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But with Kanye West, he took that Pandora's box. Remember Hellraiser?
Hey, guys, could I say one thing
go ahead,
on that topic? Because y'all kind of getting under my blood right now. See, I was during that time of when music switched over. Don't let nobody fool you. We was down. We was good with the conscious music.
Take your time, brother, because I know the story. So I know you got to take your time with what you got to say. So
a situation took place with the prison industry and the hip hop industry, and they found that it was more beneficial to lead us to our deaths than for us to keep listening to this music. Because you got to remember what happened when we was listening to the conscious music. We start changing our names. We start reading books. Like we was creating a whole nother world. You know, we start looking at things differently. All that black on black crime. We had him for self-destruction. Now we was about to make it cool to come together. So before we can make it cool to come together, and I also love MWA, but before we can make it cool to come together, straight out of Compton. And because we have positive in us and negative in us, the warrior side of us is going to cling to that too. That's a part of us, right? But technically, you don't supposed to meditate to this type of stuff. That's the reason why Japan has a chokehold on TikTok. What displays to their people is different from the algorithms that displays to our country, because they will not allow this type of foolishness to be meditated on.
Yeah,
that's facts. But on another note too, because remember when Cube said, "Yo, what was the lyrics say? How you gonna be a nigga for life crew when when a Jew telling you what to do, telling you what to do?" And then when he said that, nobody really said.
I thought Ice Cube would have got canceled.
Yeah, I did too. But then, but the thing is, Cube went on a higher level. And if you notice, NWA kind of went in another direction.
And a lot of Jewish people didn't like Jerry Heller. They didn't like him for being involved with NWA.
And it showed that in the movie. Right. It showed that in the movie. And it was just like kind of like at the end of the day, because even if you notice, Cube went in a whole other direction. Cube was always on a conscious vibe of things.
The Jewish people did the math high for the Jerry Heller.
What you mean?
They said you crossed the line. You did all that just to get them figures. Now y'all ain't selling. That's what you get. We're fucking with niggas.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, it's crazy because even in the music industry, like now it disturbs me. Like I ain't gonna lie, like I love Pharrell and I love the Clips, but that song, yo, young brother, move that dope. That disturbed.
No, yes sir.
That disturbed me.
Yes, sir.
That disturbed me from another place because I felt like, yo, what are we doing here? Because that was pushing nothing but the self-destruction that is all. I remember going
and it's
to
like you know that feeling that when you doing that, you bagging up and you hearing that, you like,
yeah, move that dope.
You're not thinking like, man, I need to get my life together.
I need to get my life together. So it's like, yo, it's a give and take with all of this, and it's because, like I said before, a rhythm of things like a beat, a drum beat is the only thing that can come into your body without your permission.
That's right.
And when you start to hear these things and start to pump that, even if you got like that, if you had even experienced that in any way in life, you know what I'm saying, it'll trigger that to say, well, damn, I feel like I want to do that right now.
I mean, just imagine that same beat you said, young nigga move that dope. Just imagine it said, young nigga do that homework.
Do that
young
shit.
Nigga go to work. Young nigga,
for real, though.
Do them push-ups. Young, you know what I mean? Clean your house.
That's the reason why Andrew Tate is the most hated man in the world because he's encouraging young men to want to have money. He's encouraging young men to want to work out. He's encouraging young men to do the opposite of, he's making it cool again to be a man. And they say,
well, that's what we need.
We can't have we can't have that. So they asked him, they said, do you think
and what's the brother name again?
Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate, y'all. So that's right there. Yo, Andrew Tate, go look him up.
Yeah,
So, but go ahead, finish. I'm sorry.
And he said he knows he only got but another line to cross before the bullet is coming. And they said, well, hey, have anybody told you? Say, oh, yeah, they already gave me 2 warnings. Said, all they give you is 3. He was like, but I got all this money now. He said, what I'm going to do? And he said, I see the whole world is going to hell. He said, I see they all trying to push us a certain way. Say, every man don't want to wear a dress. Every man don't want to go to this scenario. Or everybody ain't trying to horse off their children and get their body parts cut off. And then when I heard Kanye, this last interview he did, I was totally blown away because I really look into things. And when Kanye was talking, I said, man, this speech almost sound like a messenger speech that years from now, like you would actually listen to it and like be in awe of what he said.
Kind of like how you know
I
that.
said, he not crazy.
He's not.
First of all, after I heard that, first of all, I never thought he was crazy. But when I heard that last speech he did, it would take a thinker to say what he said. He already know he's fighting against the most powerful force that he could ever fight against in the history of time. And he's doing it willingly, knowingly. Now, if you heard what he said about money,
brother, not to cut you off, he was on top. He's at the top of the game when he did what he said and did what he did. He was on top.
And he did not really walk back his words. If you listen to his words,
he never walked back his words.
He apologized to us, and he gave us a good apology. But he didn't apologize to what he called the red media. He dug in deeper, and then he said, everything that y'all done to me kind of like proved.
I mean, the thing is, if he were to apologize, everything he did was just been a waste of time.
But it seems like everybody apologizes when they say anything.
Because, see, Kanye West is willing to be a martyr.
Yes, he is.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what he said something about the red hat that made me think too. He said, he broke this thing down. He said, let me talk about the red hat and the whites only shirt, right? But when he got into the red hat, it's something we not thinking about. Black people think we need to agree to unify. Mm-hmm. And that's where the problem comes. Mm-hmm. Kanye West said, I wanted to be American that wasn't locked to the fact that if I wanted to say I like Donald Trump, I got the right to say I like Donald Trump. In truth, if you wanted to compare Biden to Donald Trump, I don't even want to go there. You know what I'm saying?
You can drive there and look ahead the city talk. I mean, ain't nobody.
But the thing is, I see what he's saying because, you know, Trump, we had 4 years of him. We didn't have 40 plus years of Biden. You know what I'm saying?
My gas tank was good, man. I ain't even gonna play with y'all. My gas tank was good with Trump. And during what's supposed to be a so-called pandemic during the time he was there, I was doing fine.
Yeah.
I was doing fine. Now, I'm not saying that he loves me. Ain't no president love me.
But why do I care if he loved me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't gotta like me. My boss, I don't care. Pay me. Give me my money.
Bottom line.
That's the bottom line.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't it?
Yo, how many times you done dealt with business with people out here, even in the corporate world, you know, the business world, and even in the street world, that we may not agree with everything that they do, but the bottom line is, let's get this money.
Yeah. Hey, boy, you gonna show up tomorrow and they gonna be like, man, boy, you know what? You did a good job. I'm telling you, you didn't have to pay, but we gonna big up you the whole day. Everybody gonna get 4 or 5s, and but you only getting half your pay today. You're gonna have a half a Kango. The little Kango, it's gonna say Kang.
What do y'all think about these entertainers that always seem to be on the wrong side of things?
I think
they the ones
that you was almost about to make me say something.
They on the DL.
But some people want to play it safe, Coyote. A lot of there's a lot of.
I understand that.
They scared with their life.
Scared. They like I like the cushiony life I live.
I understand that.
Scared you with your life.
I get to sit down at the I get to go
Waldorf
to
Astoria.
inaugurations.
And I do understand one thing about the Jewish faith too. Like, check this out. Even though the stuff that Kanye's saying is true about the people that happen to be in charge, but then I sat and thought about, what about the Jewish people that are not in charge and literally really following the laws of Moses and really following the information of Abraham? When these people hear that, right, they like, man, I don't got nothing to do with this. I'm not trying to harm black people.
Yeah, but they still part of
responsible.
They still part of the whole.
You still benefit from it.
They not the ones standing
from
next to Kanye West like, yo, you right. You know, man, I'm down with this. I do this, and he's not lying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I want to cut all the bad fruit off the tree.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But the thing that disturbs me the most about this is that the people that do have the power and the money that they can make the change, everybody's starting to distance themselves.
When you see they don't have the power.
No.
They may have the money.
But they have the
No.
But if you got the money, you could
tomorrow I could say something about you and your money gone.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
In this new world, and this new Me Too.
Because the media can talk about you all day, and they could say north, east, west, south. That's what the news do. It take you up, move you over there, and then drop.
See, I'm gonna get deep on you. You just talked about the fourth dimension, but go ahead.
But that's what I'm saying. They can use the fourth dimension to they could bring Mr. Plick out of the fourth dimension and destroy you if you can't get him to say Clippo skin.
But you know something? Right now, it's a moment. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Watch this, right? We're at a stage of time. People don't really know people been so mad at Kanye West, they don't even really know what he just did. He just put us in he put us in a certain place. So did Andrew Tate. They put us in a certain spot that if we would unify right now, like right at this very moment, we would be able to do something we have never been able to do before.
We would be able to do because I used to hang with Jewish people. I used to drive Valley Cab. So anybody know Valley Cab? That was centered in Pikesville. You know what I mean? I got cool with a few Jewish dudes, and I realized, damn, all y'all don't like each other. But they don't let other people see that. They lock arms when they outside. They go in the house, they can't stand him. They can't stand him. And I'm looking like, wow, I thought everything was all love in y'all community. Like, you know, y'all don't even fight with each other.
It's a certain type of love. Now, love, the real definition of love is service and maintenance. It's not this emotional stuff that we talk about. So think about it. I once dealt with somebody from their community, and I was trying to do a commercial. And he told me, he said, Coyote, he said, we like you, but we're going to choose our people before we chose you. And actually, I respected that. So I thought about it. I said, that's really love. That's service and maintenance. Like your maintenance, your family. Nope. I need to maintenance my own family. That's all I'm saying.
But see, the thing is, with them having so much and with them controlling so much, that's just...
No, I understand that part.
Exacerbating, you know, like
I understand
because
that part.
they are a prejudiced people. Only people they respect is their people because they feel like they are God's chosen people. And I done asked them plenty of times, like, hold up, you think you God's chosen people? And they be like, yeah. And I'm like, well, why? And like one time, my mother was trying to give him one of them little gospel tracks. My mother handed him out. The lady said, I'm Jewish, I'm good. Because the thing says something about going to heaven. She's
But do you expect your master to help you rise? Like, do you expect, like, say if somebody was your enemy, let's just say hypothetically,
right? You
had an enemy,
right?
Let's just say that. Do you expect that enemy?
Technically, we do got enemies.
To like, but I'm just saying.
Well, like, if I recognize them as my enemy, no.
Okay.
They come in sheep's clothing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, I'm gonna say this. Right now, because the thing is, J.P. Morgan even say, pull your money out our bank. Yo, like he said, I didn't do anything illegal. Why I gotta pull my money out your bank? They came at this man everything. He even exposed that the fact, and the truth be told, with the move that he made was brilliant because he's out of all his contracts.
Yo, that's what I was talking about.
He's out of all his contracts.
He's the most brilliant person.
He's still running around with all his bread. I mean, at this point, I would go and build me a factory somewhere in Africa, and this is personally what I would do. and I would just come up with a whole new brand of everything and say, hey, look, I'll go hire the person that came, that made the Yeezys and say, look, hey, whatever it is, I'm going to double whatever you get. I would just go start recruiting, and I would just go get a factory, and I'm just like, yo, the same thing. I would open up my own bank. I would do all these things that would, I'm going to really make you hate me.
And did y'all catch the financial number? He said he was trying to keep his money above 100 million, right? So he broke down how much he lost. He's still at like 80 some $1 million. That's why they trying to come with these whack lawsuits, trying to break the man. But man, I'm praying. I'm literally praying. And people was like, oh man, why are you going to pray for Kanye? I said, I'm praying for us. I said, you don't notice it, but he just sacrificed himself for the whole community. You just blind.
See, that's the thing. It's just like the people don't want to believe that that's the truth. And you know, he proved his whole point. He said this, and they like, oh, you crazy, you crazy, you crazy. The worst thing they did was to cancel him. They should have just been like, oh, he keep on talking.
Just let him talk.
Right, just let him talk.
They should just let him talk.
You know what I'm saying? And what? Same thing Coyote could do. I'm talking, you could turn the mic off.
Yeah, that's it.
Nobody hear you, dog.
So it's just like, because you never go beat them. You never go beat them.
I mean, the system is the system. You know what I'm saying? The system is going to break down a little bit, but it's going to revive itself to keep everything going. Because honestly, at this point, I don't think that we could run the system the way they could run it. Because it's their system.
No, I think if you get the right people in position, you could.
We had to kill a lot of us for the system to go, because we would fight for control. Nobody would bow down and be like, all right, you run it.
Well, you know, one thing about our people, right? We've been following for so long, and you can tell that by just the last stunt they pulled, that we'll get in line with a strong enough voice. Like said what was Farrakhan. Ain't nobody, even at the Million Man March, they had gangs there. Ain't nobody fighting or nothing. I'm gonna tell you what the Crips and the Blood said. They said, why didn't y'all fight? Blah, 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 blah. They said, Daddy's home. Now, this supposed to have been yesterday. Nipsey Hussle just died. Farrakhan gave one speech, and all them gangs chilled. So it's like, it's still the same power.
I mean, for a time, you know what I'm saying?
No.
I don't think Farrakhan could have that kind of
What I mean is,
that.
I'm going to tell you this type of fact, and I know this for a fact. We used to go into the projects, right? When his people come into the projects, I don't care.
Well, that's an intimidation thing. It's not like they're respecting it because the projects wouldn't continue to be the way they are.
No, that ain't what I mean.
Okay.
See, what I mean is this. The project is the way they are because they kicked the nation out of the projects. When the nation was in the projects, even the Jews will tell you, they had their crime dropped to zero. They kicked them out because they lost the contracts because they didn't like what Farrakhan said, and the crime went back up. But while they was there, it dropped the crime rate down. So it's like, we know how to act when Daddy's home. We know how to act. And it's not like they didn't have guns. Nation wasn't walking around with guns. The drug dealers was walking around with guns. It's just the fact that they respect them. So it's like they know that they're willing to die. We're willing to die.
So let me add this little tidbit right quick, right? So at the end of the day, right? Remember I talked about this the last time we was here with the Haitians, the brother barbecue. Right. Now, you know, they sent the UN down there after, you know about the situation down in Haiti, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, the situation in Haiti, they had a bunch of they had their own little the gangs had stopped the ports from coming in because they was going up on everything, the fruit, the gas and everything. And the Haitians was like, yo, one of the gang leaders was like, yo, what they call anything that's, I can feel that those whatever you do is a gang now, but I feel like he's more of a revolutionary. And the brother said, yo, look at here, if y'all don't come down on these prices, then y'all ain't gonna be able to, you ain't gonna be able to fill these tanks up and everything. Now the people are suffering on the Haitian side of things. But like now they sending the UN down there to say, look, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, how crazy it is for you to go send the UN down here to fight guerrilla
but you got
warfare.
People struggling. Like you can't be the
dude.
But
They're struggling anyway. But they're struggling anyway.
Be like, I'm going. If you can't,
but the thing is, it's like, why nobody else in the Caribbean get the high prices though?
Well, I mean, Haiti's money ain't worth nothing. That's what it boiled down to.
Yo, but still, don't punish them though. I really feel like they're being punished from 1791. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, look up 1791 in Haiti.
The whole world is being punished with inflation. If you're, we're fortunate enough that our money is worth the most in the world.
No, not like that euro. Like,
what are you talking about? The dollar is the reserve.
The American dollar. You said the American dollar is the highest now.
Our money went past the euro years ago.
No, I think so.
Yeah.
No.
Look it up. I listen to Bloomberg every day.
So
the British pound then really got decimated after their next prime minister had came in. Because she cut all them.
Yeah, we ain't even talking
I don't know,
about that.
she gone.
Yeah, she stepped up. What was the name?
Yeah, Liz something.
Truss.
Yeah.
Liz Truss.
Yeah, they ain't trust her.
Yeah, they ain't trust her. But, yo, did they force her out of there?
Yeah. She said, I ain't going nowhere. And you know how they do over there. They was like, boo, no, get out of here.
No, they'll fight.
Yeah.
They'll fight over there. You get punched in your face real quick. So I just feel like at the end of the day, that's
the reason why Europe is going through their inflation. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's money ain't worth nothing. Our money is only good because it's pegged to the oil. Oil and the dollar is pegged to each other. That's the only reason why we still good.
Well, California will get rid of all that. California saying no more gas.
The dollar still gonna be pegged to oil though. You know what I mean? California ain't the world. You know what I mean?
Well, Tank will fight Garcia.
Tank going to have to pay them lawsuits.
Yeah, well, he's going to fight. He's going to fight Garcia. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think that's going to be a good one. You know what I'm saying? This has been going on for a minute, and they've been jawing off at each other for a minute. So I think I like that. I'm waiting on that. So, that's it. And Lamar was at the flea market. He was at the
getting
flea market.
Some socks.
That's all right though.
And some socks and some.
And he didn't look. He didn't look like he didn't belong there.
Well, true.
Hey, yo, Coyote, we got to get up out of here, man. I think
people groceries
do
in
it
my
all. I appreciate it. Yo, City Talk.
Hey, don't be mad if you see me take a picture of your house. See y'all next week. City Talk.
City Talk. Let's get it started. City Talk. City Talk.
My man.
God.